Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with Kenneth Wong, who is the General Manager of MICE and Cruise for Hong Kong Tourist Board. And the cruise part of that title is very important in this case because we're here to talk about the Asian Cruise Cooperation Group that is a series of destinations around Asia trying to promote cruises. And we want to talk about what's going on with Hong Kong with regard to cruises. And this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Kenneth, we just got through a great briefing and a great lunch, by the way, to hear more about the Asian Cruise Cooperation. Let's talk first about what is this group?
Basically, the whole idea is we think cruise actually is a multi-destination product.
Right.
So if we really want to do a great promotion for this product for Asia, I think the cooperation between all the key destinations is very important. Basically, what we want to do is, on the one hand, at the trade level, we want to show to our cruise line partners that these alliance partners are very committed to the tourism development with them. Mm-hmm. And then secondly, at the consumer level, we want to also help try to support a cruise line to generate consumer demands in the region as a source market. So we believe if these two directions we can work this out very perfectly, I think definitely we will be able to contribute to the growth of cruise tourism in Asia.
Now, what are the partners right now? You have, I believe you have 6, right?
Yes, at the moment, of course, Hong Kong, and then we have Taiwan, Hainan, Xiamen, the Philippines, as well as very recently South Korea.
Yeah, so it's really a cross-section across Asia, and they all have cruise ports, right?
Yes, altogether 6 destinations, we have 21 cruise ports, so it's a pretty big network.
Well, we did hear a briefing from all of those cruise ports, but let's talk about your cruise port, because obviously that's the one, and I have cruised in and out of Hong Kong. It's a marvelous port, an incredible harbor, as you know, it's one of the great attractions is Hong Kong Harbor. What is new in Hong Kong in terms of, in fact, there is a lot new in the last year. Talk a little bit about that, if you could.
Sure. Actually, I think we have been doing quite well since the opening of the Kai Tak Cruise Terminal back to 2013. Mm-hmm. And then over the past 5 years, in terms of ship calls, we have grown about 140%, from 89 calls in 2013 to 2018, we have 210. Okay. And then in terms of passenger throughputs, I think we have experienced even higher growth, like roughly 340%. So in terms of the calls, in terms of the passenger throughput, I think we are doing quite well over the past 5 years. And what makes us even more exciting is that, as you know, we have 2 major new infrastructures just in operation end of last year. One is the Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Hong Kong high-speed rail that actually connecting Hong Kong to 44 mainland stations without any interchange.
And I know, and one of the things I didn't realize is that a high-speed rail in China is extremely well developed, right?
Oh yes, yes. Actually, it's throughout the whole China. It's a very established network. And from the cruise tourism perspective, I think on the one hand, Hong Kong will be in a much better position to try to source, customers all over mainland China with this high-speed rail network.
So you can go in, take a cruise, end your cruise there, or begin your cruise there, and go all throughout China before or afterwards, right?
Exactly, and then that's why, from another perspective, we can also attract international cruise passengers to come to Hong Kong, and then afterwards, or pre and post cruise, they can do their own excursions all over China while the high-speed rail.
Yeah, and of course the other major infrastructure is the famous new bridge, right?
Oh yes, actually it's the world's longest sea crossing so far.
And it's going to Macao, right?
It's going to Macao, and it's going to another very important city in southern China. It's called Zhuhai. Okay. And that actually form what we call a 1-hour living circle between Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and also Macau. And that would conveniently, bring the customers from southern part of China to Hong Kong, again, very conveniently. So I think what we are looking at is we see huge opportunities for rail cruise products as well as for bridge cruise products. And the source market is all over China.
Yeah, and it's really only about 40 minutes. You said it was about 42 miles or something in the bridge. You can get there in less than an hour, right?
A little bit longer than that, but still very convenient.
Yeah, no, and I've always wanted to go to Macau when I was in China, in Hong Kong, and you had to take a ferry, and it wasn't that bad, but now I can just go the bridge, right?
Yeah, actually crossing, going across the new bridge is already a very, very good and remarkable experience for the visitors.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell our travel advisors out there in the market about cruise tourism in Hong Kong?
Sure, definitely. I think America, of course, is one of the very, very important source markets, and Hong Kong can offer a lot of very authentic living culture for you guys. And we just launched a very interesting campaign. It's called Discover Hong Kong Like a Local. So what we have done is we package quite a number of neighborhood districts and trying to show you around with all those very in-depth experience, adventures around the corners, meeting the local people, local delicacies.
And then you also can go out in, there's natural Hong Kong too. You've got some excellent parks and areas outside of Hong Kong that you would never think was there.
Of course, and nightlife.
Nightlife as well.
Rooftop bar, and and together with those little, local experiences, I think that would be a perfect combination for all the American, travelers.
Well, Kenneth, thank you very much for taking the time to first explain about the Asian Cruise Cooperative and now what Hong Kong has to offer. And I'm looking forward to testing that high-speed rail and the new bridge.
Thank you. You're always welcome. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you in Hong Kong, James.
I hope so very soon. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.